Of course. And welcome back to a very special episode of 5 Minute Fightcast. Today there are actually a total of 5 of us, and we're going to discuss what we're reading, what we enjoy. And so I'm your host, Jared, and I'm going to start it off with Brian. How's it going?
It's going good.
Awesome. Great. You're going to start this off, and you're going to tell us a little bit about your pick of the episode, what you're reading, and why you dig it.
My favorite book of the month would have to be Buzzkill. It's written by Donny Cates. Donny Cates. And Mark Resnick. And the book is fantastic. It is a book about a person's struggle with alcoholism and how the positive effects of alcohol gives him powers, while the negative it ruins his life. And so it's about struggle with that, and the relationships, the art is just fantastic that you just get drawn into that world and that situation.
Well, does he? It's been described as the premise is that when he drinks, he gets superpowers.
Correct.
So what is he able to do?
Actually, it's any chemical in his body. So, for example, cigarettes have nicotine, chocolate has different chemicals. Any kind of chemicals that he just ingests into his body gives him different powers, or different levels of powers.
So is that an ongoing or is that a miniseries?
It was a miniseries. I believe it just ended.
Gotcha.
And just a little while ago. But yeah, I read all 4 issues are out. They're fantastic. The art is really quite amazing. There's a lot of flashbacks, and so the art really complements the flashbacks because it's kind of fuzzy. It makes you kind of look back on how a flashback is supposed to be.
Awesome.
Unlike nowadays.
Moving on!
Yay,
Dave, how's it going? How are you?
I'm good.
All right, so Dave, this is your first time with us, first time recording. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Dave.
Hey,
Dave.
Hi, everybody. It's like Alcoholics Anonymous.
Buzzkill.
Tie-in. Yeah. Woo! There's not really too much interesting about me, so we'll just get into my pick.
Nice!
I don't know when it ended. It was in a miniseries, too. Imagine Agents. It's probably my favorite thing that I've read in the last couple months. It was written by Brian Jones, and I have no idea how to say that artist's name. What was that you wrote there?
Yeah, I don't know if it's... he just used one name. It's like Bakken.
Okay, we'll go with Bach.
Bakken.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bakken.
Bachan.
Well, yeah, sure. Anyways, the idea of it is that there's an agency that polices imaginary friends. And when you reach a certain age as a kid, the imaginary friend just vanishes. You no longer can see it, you can't interact with it, but it's still there. So they come and they basically take them to retirement land. And there's some rogue imaginary friends.
Rogue heroes?
Rogue heroes. Yep. That better than any hero is when a hero goes rogue.
Nice.
But I digress. The idea is that there are some that are rogue, and they're trying to take over the planet. And they found a way to encompass themselves into flesh form and be children themselves to interact with the world. And basically I liked it because it's a kid's imagination. So you vomit a crap load of stuff together and you've got an imaginary friend, like a Tyrannosaurus Rex that is 2 feet tall with a cowboy hat on, and he's the sheriff that is helping investigate. And then on top of it, it just goes to show how children are basically the root of all evil on the planet, and I really dig that theme. So it was 4 issues, and that's what I liked about it.
Nice. Mark, what's up? How are you?
Good.
Awesome.
So I'm Mark. I'm a local comic book writer / publisher, and my choice was All New X Factor.
What?
So as most people that know me know, I'm an obsessive fan of Peter David and the original X Factor, well, the previous X Factor that went from 2007 until last year. So All New X Factor is the first jumping on point for new readers, where it's pretty much a clean slate with a new team, new concept, and no carryover plot strings to keep people confused. So All New X Factor, it's supposed to kind of be like more of the B-string X-Men characters, like the cult favorite characters that Peter David brings attention to and develops further, working for some kind of corporation that we know is going to turn out to be evil. We don't know how yet, but it's pretty much expected. But what Peter David does best is to take the characters and develop them in ways that you don't see in the other books, like the way that they interact. And so in this one so far, we've only got 3 main characters, Polaris, Quicksilver, and Gambit, but we know that Danger, Warlock, and Cypher are going to be joining the team, as we've seen in Marvel previews, so it's not really a huge spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
But even though we know that Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Polaris are related, they pretty much never deal with that. So they're dealing with that in the book, and the focal character is also Gambit, who I feel like is kind of, I don't know, what is a good word? I used to love
French.
Gambit. Gambit was like one of my favorite X-Men characters, and then as soon as that Blood of Apocalypse story happened, where like he became a Horseman of Apocalypse, and then the bizarre love triangle with Mystique and Rogue, and like just bleh, they ruined him. And really, not until now, I mean, do we really see Gambit being Gambit again. So I have high hopes. 1 and 2 sold out, went to second printings. Number 3 I actually liked better than 1 and 2, and somebody in this here podcast actually agrees with me, and I had to force him to read them. But yeah.
Awesome. Hey, it's Hans. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Hey, Hans. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Hans for the
Hey.
third time. Nothing too interesting. I'm going to school for broadcasting.
Nice.
Can't believe that this guy across from me graduated before me. That's another story.
That would be Brian. So, what are you reading, Hans?
Right now, I absolutely love Quantum and Woody. It's about 2 foster brothers who got superpowers after a lab accident when they were looking for information about their father, and it's just hilarious. I don't think there's honestly enough funny books out there.